Welcome back to the PNG KVY channel and a warm welcome to our new subscribers. Our intention is to tell it as it is without fear or favor. As we would know, the Independent Commission Against Corruption, ICAC, is the anti-corruption agency in Papua New Guinea. It was established under Section 220B of the Constitution of the Independent State of Papua New Guinea. Those who have been appointed have to govern by the organic law of the Independent Commission Against Appointments Committee is the administrative body that appoints the ICAC commissioners and is chaired by the Prime Minister. It is a committee of which the PNG opposition leader is a member of. Yet, 4 months ago, the 2 deputy commissioners and the commissioner, Forbes, Gill and Baulch, were suspended indefinitely. In a turn of events, an article on page 2 of the national newspaper dated 21st October 2025 reported one of the 2 suspended deputy commissioners of the ICAC, Mr. Graham Gill, took to his LinkedIn account to state that both he and Mr. Daniel Baulch had been informed by email 4 months ago by the chairman of the Appointments Committee that they were suspended indefinitely, which no apparent reason was given for that. Mr. Gill states, and as quoted,
"In 2023, I took up the office of Deputy Commissioner with the ICAC in PNG with best intentions of making a difference, helping the people of PNG to fight the scourge of corruption, and having taken the assurances from Marape at face value. While I knew the work would be difficult, I never expected things to blow up in my face, quite as they did." There have been many lessons about person integrity. Importantly, how you have to set and live by your own standards, and, sadly, how others don't. It is now 4 months since my fellow Deputy Commissioner, Daniel Baulch, and I were suspended by the Appointments Committee led by the Prime Minister. Neither Deputy Commissioner has, at any time, been provided with the reasons for the suspension. We just received a suspension notice by email. I am as much in the dark as I was 4 months ago. This is an unusual position to be in personally, but as a PNG Constitution office holder, it is quite outrageous and unlawful. As time goes on, it is very clear that this is just action with a smokescreen of credibility to sideline the deputy commissioners at a point when we were starting to ask serious questions about corruption by politicians. Information from confidential sources supports this.
They said they were whistleblowers to alleged corruption with the office of ICAC, but the Appointments Committee failed to act properly. They and certain officers were subjected to a vendetta of retaliatory actions, including fabricated complaints that provided the substance for their suspension.
This whole affair sends a very poor message to potential whistleblowers in PNG. Do so at your peril. If the head of government can sideline the leaders of the supposed cornerstone in the fight against corruption in PNG, what does it say about the political will to change?
In response to this, Prime Minister Honorable James Marape came to defend the integrity of ICAC in his press release statement dated 23rd of October 2025, stating, "ICAC is here to stay."
While every citizen has the right to express their opinions, public forums and media releases are not appropriate.
Quite the dereliction on our freedom of expression, but we digress.
As a senior officer of the law, the suspended Deputy Commissioner Daniel Baulch must know that due process must be allowed to take its full course. He remains innocent until proven otherwise by the Chief Justice.
In response to their suspension, Honorable James Marape stated,
"This is not a political issue or a government decision. It is a matter rising from allegations among the 3 senior officers themselves."
Our Prime Minister also claims that he was disappointed in their conduct, mentioning how the 3 senior officers, instead of fighting against corruption, were fighting amongst themselves. His alleged statements are supported by ABC News Online, dated 1st of July 2025. PNG anti-corruption commissioners suspended after accusing each other of offenses.
In that article, it mentions how tensions reached fever pitch in June when Mr. Forbes referred his deputies to police over alleged financial misconduct, prompting Mr. Gill and Mr. Baulch to leave the country.
An administrative inquiry was properly conducted by a competent panel led by the Secretary for the National Judicial Staff Services, with the State Solicitor and the Secretary to the National Executive Council as members. ICAC was established under my leadership, a vision I revived and legislated in 2020 after decades of inaction. Why would I undermine the very institution I helped create? We are strengthening ICAC, not weakening it. My government has given ICAC unprecedented support, totaling more than 60 million kina to date. This is a massive show of confidence and political will, yet we are still waiting for them to put a score on the board.
Mr. Daniel Baulch then has since come out and replied to PM's statements on what he describes as
same old empty lines. Same tired script. You talk a good game, but again, you do nothing. You've done absolutely nothing to honor your committee to fight corruption. Instead, you twist the truth behind your media statements and hope people will forget. And now this ridiculous notion that ICAC officers are, quote-unquote, fighting themselves, what a disgraceful distraction. Tell the Prime Minister, we reported serious corruption involving Forbes directly to you, and you did nothing but hide. Papua New Guinea deserves honesty and courage, not political theater and cowardice. You failed the fight against corruption, and everyone can see it.
Wow, Mr. Daniel Baulch is such a sharp talking, just like the interview with Coffee with Lewa. Link to that interview in our description.
Opposition MP, Governor for East Sepik, Honorable Allan has also weighed in.
He stated, all watchdog institutions are compromised. Even ICAC is powerless. The PM can remove commissioners anytime he feels like it. This is great danger. Unchecked power breeds abuse.
The two suspended deputy commissioners of the ICAC have taken direct aim at the Prime Minister, James Marape, and accused him of interfering in the operations of the anti-corruption body. Serious, critical questions, what, why, when, who, and how, need to be asked and answered. But this is our summary of what has transpired. It appears that the government of the day keeps compromising their integrity. There's a saying, when you find that you have dug yourself into a hole, stop digging. Our Prime Minister needs to stop digging and claim accountability. The ICAC were delving into deep waters with its probing when the Commissioner and his deputies were sidelined. In conclusion, we think the best way to sum up the situation is when you press something and it hurts, keep pressing. Seems like our senior officials pressed a very sensitive nerve and paid the consequences. And for that, we, PNGKB, salute you. Let's see in the comments which investigations were in progress when the Commissioner and both Deputy Commissioners were unceremoniously dumped. The people of PNG should not put up with the usual placatory, evasive statements from those in power. As a rich black Christian nation, every citizen deserves at least a little portion of PNG's wealth, equal distribution, and prosperity for their families too. Transparency and accountability are the foundations of integrity. PNG deserves better. Without fear or favor, it is what it is. YouTube channel if this content resonates with your views. Hit the notification button to be notified when we upload, and don't forget to share our message. Thank you for your time, and God bless PNG.